It is Saturday, February 5th in the NBA, and I'm back with my 3 best picks of the day. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's get into a quick recap from yesterday. Another profitable day, a 4-2 day, moving us to 7-3 over our past 2 days. And we've been profitable in 3 of 4 days so far in February, back over the 20-unit mark on the season. Now, our 2 added plays in DeJounte Murray and Nikola Vucevic, both cash, as well as Christian Wood by a true miracle. Now, Jaylen Brown scores 10 points in the opening frame. Yeah, and then proceeds to score just 3 points the rest of the game. And then Nikola Jokic, he made me look like a fool. I got this new shirt, and of course I was going to come in here wearing it, and I am here just looking like an idiot. But either way, he finishes 2 PRAs short. And our best bet of the day, Luka Doncic over 46.5 PRAs, was a no-sweat bet. He cashed that early in the third quarter. And, you know, it's plays like that that make you feel pretty good, because I said he was due for some more rebounds and assists because he was just guarding Matisse Thybulle on defense. He was just going to be able to chill in the paint, and he showed up and made me look smart. 13 rebounds and 15 assists, a great game for him. Now, if you are new to the channel, and hopefully we helped you out winning some money yesterday, if you are new to the Call on Our Shot community, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. On the way to 23,000 subscribers. We appreciate it. Yesterday, we did do that parlay giveaway. Man, I wish it hit, but it did not. But I did give you guys the challenge of hitting 1,000 likes, and you guys went wild. You guys hit 1,382 likes. I believe double the most we've ever hit on a single video. So we appreciate it. If you want to keep clicking that like button, we would appreciate that. Helps us, and it helps us on YouTube too. So it helps us grow. So thank you guys again. Let's hop into the best bet of the day, and happy Saturday to everyone out there. Let's get after it. Now, oh yeah, on my last note, the podcast is live. I already said that yesterday. And number 2, if you want to use our sportsbook sign-up bonuses, use them down below. It has a bunch of risk-free bets and things like that. It's really useful. It helps us out, supports us at the Call on a Shot community. So definitely go do that. Now, boom, let's get into the best bet time. The best bet since December 10th, 37-17 run, winning over 68% of the time. It's been a ridiculous run. Hopefully we continue that today. And we're starting with the best bet of the day. It is a man that needs no introduction. Bam Adebaya, over 34.5 PRAs, minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, I believe it's raining outside, but we're going to keep after it because that's what centers have been doing to the Hornets all season long. They've been piling up the rebounds and the points like it's raining outside. I don't really know what I'm saying, but either way, you look at Bam Adebayo. I woke up and I was like, I'll take this line if it's 45.5 because you guys see what Jared Allen did to him yesterday. 29 points, 22 rebounds, and 2 assists for 53 PRAs. And then you had Kevin Love hit this over too off the bench. Like the Hornets have been getting absolutely abused by centers, and Bam Adebayo will be the next one to join. This is the money glitch. Just taking the centers, points plus rebounds plus assists against this Hornets team. It's been a money glitch all season long. They allow the most points and rebounds to opposing centers. Now look. They've been terrible, and Jared Allen abused them yesterday, and wasn't surprised. Centers that are obviously aggressive, looking to score, going to have their way against this team. And Bam Adebayo been pretty aggressive as of late because his teammates in Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, and now Kyle Lowry all looking to get him the ball and let him score because this is easy. He can get easy layups, easy dunks, alley-oops, whatever it may be. Bam Adebayo can score the basketball if he's trying to. Now, you look at over the last 5 games, Bam has been pretty solid. He's obviously just returned from injury a couple weeks back, but over the last 5 games, he's only hit this over in 2 of 5 games, but he's had tough matchups, the ones that he's gone under. He went under against Boston, one of the best teams that were in protection with Al Horford and Robert Williams. He went under against the Raptors in that triple overtime game. He had 31 PRAs, just didn't really shoot it too much, turned the ball over 6 times. Now, he went under a couple days ago against the Spurs. Now, that was a great matchup for him, but they did not have their normal starters. I mean, we saw them start Thaddeus Young, which is much different from what they have been starting. So it was a little bit different. Still, he didn't play his normal complement of minutes. He only played 31. He normally is closer to 35 to 36 minutes. I think he gets closer to those numbers today. Now, we'll look at his only game against the Hornets this season. Yeah, 26 points, 19 rebounds, and 2 assists for 47 PRAs, crushing this line. He had a game last year versus the Hornets. Those are their most recent 2 games. He had 20.7 rebounds and 10 assists for 37 PRAs. Look, I like Bam to continue to be aggressive today. If it had to choose just an individual line, probably lean toward his over in points, but that's just me. I think he has a great day rebounding and scoring the basketball. He doesn't have to do much on defense, guarding Mason Plumlee. Just going to be chilling in the paint. So I'm all in. The spread is only 3.5 points, over under 224.5. So this should be a relatively close game if we're lucky. Should be a pretty high scoring game. Bam Adebayo should be set up for maybe 20 points, 15 rebounds, maybe some couple assists. Who knows? He should have a great game. Hopefully he can score a lot more too. So we're looking at him, and we're looking at him to cash that first best bet of the day. Bam Adebayo, over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, my next pick of the day is a man that needs no introduction. Mikal Bridges, over 21.5 PRAs, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, someone in the comments yesterday, and I appreciate you for saying this, I don't remember your name, but you said, I should be proud of my Mikal Bridges call a couple days ago, which was the identical one we did points plus rebounds, and I appreciate you for saying that, because, you know, I did noticed a trend in Mikal Bridges a couple games ago, and he's absolutely been crushing this line. And so I was very proud of him, and very proud that he made me look smart. And hopefully he does it again tonight. Now, we look at Mikal, despite Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton being back, he said, I don't care, and he's been on a crazy tear lately. His last 4 games, he's combined PRA lines 25, 35, 39, and 36. Absolutely destroying this line, and I think he continues to do it. He's destroyed this line with just points the last 3 games with 26, 27, and 24 points. He's been on a mission, and like I said on Thursday, when we took this identical line, we just didn't have assists in there. He's been absolutely killing it, and I'm going to keep going back to it. He's been very aggressive with his shot lately, much more aggressive than I've ever seen in his NBA career, and he's been really giving the Suns another dynamic option. Now, we look at today against the Wizards. I imagine the Wizards will be trying to stop Devin Booker, who's also been on an absolute insane run as well. And look, that might get Mikal some open shots. Now, we think about how you beat the Wizards. They really run you off the three-point line, which is fine because Mikal Bridges really hasn't been knocking down a lot of threes. I mean, he was 2 for 7 in his last game, but he doesn't attempt. I mean, he's not really been knocking down. That's not where he's hitting this over. He's been actually just getting to the rim in terms of in transition because he runs in transition, and he's been hitting some mid-range shots. And the Wizards, they give up a ton of those things to other opposing teams. They just don't give up a ton of threes because everyone else is just abusing them in the mid-range and in layups, which is what Mikal Bridges has been doing as of late. And we look at the Wizards obviously allow the fewest three-pointers made in the league. Now, I'm just going to keep riding the hot hand in Mikal Bridges. He's been absolutely insane. We got Abdul Nader, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, all guys that might spell Mr. Mikal Bridges minutes. All those guys are still out today. We've seen Mikal Bridges play over 40 minutes in the last 5 straight games. Should continue to see big-time minutes, and I think he's going to continue to be pretty aggressive against this Wizards team. Higher over-under than the Suns normally are in. They're on the road, and I think Mikal Bridges plays pretty well. So riding with over 21.5 PRAs, and hopefully Washington can keep this game close. I believe its spread is like 7.5, but I got to trust Mikal. If he's going to prove me right so smart one day, got to keep proving. Hopefully he can keep proving us right. And hopefully we found a nice trend that doesn't get changed too quickly from the books. Now, moving on to my final play of the day. And also on another note, I'll be pretty busy today. I'll be traveling. So if you guys have time after the video, feel free to answer some questions down below. I know people ask me a lot of questions. We built up a pretty good, smart community here. So if you see any questions that I haven't answered, feel free to go answer them. And I would really appreciate it because I'll be pretty busy and not have a lot of time to answer questions. Now, final bet of the day, Wendell Carter Jr. over 9.5 rebounds, -122 on FanDuel. Now, this is an early 5 p.m. Eastern tip-off, so keep that in mind if you're watching the video after this. But hopefully we start off the night with a W. Now, Wendell treated us nice a couple days ago in his revenge game against the Bulls. We're coming back to you for the COS community. Now, today he's playing against the Grizzlies, and at the moment, the only guy slated to miss the game for the Grizzlies is Dylan Brooks. Now, happy birthday to Terrence Ross on the Orlando Magic, completely unrelated. Now, Ja Morant is questionable with the foot injury, and, honestly, if you're going to rest a guy, probably be resting him against the home Orlando Magic, but I digress. Now we look at centers against the Grizzlies. They don't normally, they're not like it's not the Hornets. I'm going to give you out there. It's not the Hornets. It's not the Spurs. It's not the Clippers, but the Grizzlies are middle of the pack. They're going to give up some rebounds. Some games they don't give up a ton, and that's really Steven Adams just kind of doing his thing. Now we look at Steven Adams. What does he do? He doesn't attempt a lot of shots. All he does is get offensive rebounds and try to tip them in, or 2, he sets hard screens. That's basically all he does. And if we look at Steven Adams, that's basically all he does. I mean, that's his whole game. Now, Wendell Carter Jr. will need to be in this game to box him out because Mo Bamba, the other Wendell's twin tower starting lineup, Mo Bamba, he's too small. I mean, he's tall, but he doesn't weigh enough. Steven Adams will just abuse him, push him around all game long. They don't want the wear and tear on Mo Bamba's body. I promise you that. Now, Mo Bamba will be matched up with Jaren Jackson Jr. Much better matchup for him. And Jaren Jackson Jr., the number 2 or 3 scoring option on this Memphis Grizzlies team, and he's been very good as of late. And look, JJJ shoots a ton of threes. Well, doesn't shoot a ton, but shoots a good amount of threes. Could see some longer rebounds for Wendell Carter Jr. just camping out in the paint to get. And look, Mo Bamba, a great rim protector. If we see Ja Morant drive to the rim, which if he's active, which he does all the time, we could see Mo Bamba making him tough to get some tough, scoring tough for Ja Morant. Just like we saw Mitchell Robinson make it tough for Ja Morant to score. Mo Bamba can do the same thing, but we get some easy rebounds for Wendell Carter Jr. So either way, over his last 4 games, Wendell, 18, 8, 14, and 11 rebounds, cashing this in 3 of 4. You look at his whole body of work, he's cashed this in 10 of his last 14 games. Obviously was out with an injury. In his last 2 games against Steven Adams as a whole, 15 and 12 rebounds. So a pretty good track record. I believe his 3rd most recent game was like 9 rebounds. So and landed on the hook. He's shown the ability to hit this over, and I'm going to trust him today. Over his last 6 games, total since returning from injury, averaging 18.7 rebound chances per game, and by far the most on the team. I believe 6 or 7 more than Mo Bamba and Cole Anthony. But look, over the past 15 games, here is a list of players that have had 15 plus rebound chances versus the Grizzlies and how they did. Like I said, Wendell Carter Jr. averaging 18.7 rebound chances his last 6 games since returning from injury. Here's how they did. Just listen up. I'm not putting it on the screen. Andre Drummond, 23 rebounds on 33 chances. Mitchell Robinson, 11 on 24 chances. Giannis, 15 on 23. Julius Randle, 12 on 21. DeJounte, 10 on 19. Kuzma, 8 on 18. Jared Vanderbilt, 13 on 18. Kristaps, 8 rebounds on 18 chances. Luka, 12 on 18. Whiteside, 8 on 16. Portis, 10 on 15. Vucevic, 10 on 15. I gave you a bunch of numbers, but just more of the story. The last 13 players get 15-plus rebound chances against the Memphis Grizzlies. 10 of them have hit this over, had 10-plus rebounds. I think Wendell Carter Jr. can get it done. That's why he's my 3rd best bet of the day, and we'll ride with him. Now, this is a short slate, so I don't want to force anything. Those are my 3 official plays. If you want me to force a Julius Randle revenge game against the Lakers, got the wrong guy, because I would rather throw up in my mouth than pick a New York Knicks prop against the Lakers. Nope, you got the wrong guy. New York Knicks are just a suspect team. So I'm going to stick with what I know. Those are my 3 plays of the day. Let's go for 3 profitable days. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you guys and gals, tomorrow morning for another video. So if you enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.